Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Minecraft Memory Lane. We are currently in what was a spawning room. We've collected a bunch of mossy cobble, he says, immediately not seeing any. There it is, 48. So we have slept. We're ready to leave. I want 9 ladders, I think. It sounds like there's some friends outside, hopefully friendly friends. Hopefully that's enough. Maybe not, because they've stopped. Maybe they were... Oh, did we only get 2 ladders back in the day? That's a bit mean. Oh, it'll do for what we need. Hello. Oh, it's probably you. Making all the noise in the world. Now, something that I haven't actually fired up in the background is... Whenever it loads... The old unmined, which I do not know where you're going to. I know what to do. So we do that, and then, because all this stuff's broke because of that drive dying. Change that to D. And some stuff's just kind of weird and broken on this machine now. Oh my! There we are. Alright, okay, so let's fire this up. So what this is, if you've not watched an episode of this before, first of all, we're playing in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. And what we're currently attempting to do is, well, Minecraft Memory Lane, we're basically going to be playing through updates of Minecraft at our own pace, is essentially the idea. So, yes. What I wanted you to do, as part of our sort of Beta 1.7.3 stuff, is generate at least 1,000 blocks square of original 1.8 terrain. Although I'm kind of looking at this and wondering, is this being all snow maybe not great, and we should maybe extend down a bit, because of course we can always, we can't get more. So we'll see how this goes. I've also noticed that we're not quite at 1024 yet, so we need to continue heading. So we're going down to about 8. We need to keep heading in that direction. I'm going to probably just press F3 for, but never mind. Let's full screen. Eventually, thank you. Okay, so we'll keep the bed here. What do we want to take with us? Not bothered about sand. Not that bothered about feathers. Not that bothered about dirt. I'll take a bread. Take iron. I'll take another bread. Apparently bread doesn't stack. I forgot about that. Not bothered about string. We'll take cactus. We'll take gunpowder. Kind of want to keep bones. Can I craft the clay back into blocks? I can. I shall do that then. That will save a load of inventory space. Take the beans. We'll take the saddle. I'm not that bothered about anything else. Whoops! Not bothered about that bread apparently. Should I make a sword while I'm here, just in case? I think so. And then we've got it. It won't really take up any more inventory because we're using up all the iron. Right. So look at our F3. So we need to be heading... We're heading in the right way. We're heading in the right way. So yeah, we only actually need to walk to around block 800. I've realised we're really far off of 800 on the... Oh no, the X is okay. We'll wander this way though. We need to stay quite close to the 800 mark, otherwise we sort of be into our square. But again, I am already thinking about maybe we should extend the area we've got, because most of it is snow, which is a little boring. We want nice, you know, luscious terrain like this. Don't want too much of it to be sea. So yeah, I do have a full list of things to do in Beta1.7.3. It's not too much, to be honest. It'll be a lot easier once we move into our first upgrade, because obviously we can read the changelog and basically do the changelog. And there'll be other things that we need to sort of support some of the new things. Like that'll be when we decide to make farms, and I am fully happy with making multiple farms of things. So, you know, if there's a version of a creeper farm that works in Beta1.8.3 and we need a load of gunpowder for something, I am more than happy to build that, knowing that, you know, in, I don't know, release 1.2 that'll then break. Because the idea of kind of having that around is good. Some of the ridiculous projects, like, for example, like the witch farm that Doc M did on the Minecraft server, if I remember off the top of my head, that didn't last very long as something that would actually work. So, yeah, probably wouldn't bother, because I thought slightly too far. So now we need to head this way. We're going to use a boat. We do need to sort of walk a little bit further than 800 into the corners, actually. So let's we'll set off from the other side of this little islandy bit. Of course, there's no changing render distance. It's set in this version of the game. So I can't sort of, you know, whack it up, considering I'm doing 500 odd frames most of the time, unless I'm generating terrain. Oh, sheep. Do I need more of you? I need one more. Thank you. What the fuck is happening? I've like walked way further than I should have done. Okay. We'll try and wander around 1,000 on the Z. I'll go back the other way. But actually, let's just resave and quit. You can Alt Tab and have a look in Unmind. In new version of the game, this updates automatically. So yeah, we've got more to 1280 than 1,000, but never mind. So we'll try and walk close to that 1,000 mark. And then we'll have a rough square. Wait, which way do we want to go? This way? X towards 0, I presume. Yes, I was about to wander the wrong way, I think. Well, I tell you what. No, this is. I'm sure this has got to be the right way. We might be about to make a massive mess of things, but don't mind. Proceeding forward. It's not the fastest thing in the world, boats in this game, because there is no mechanic of sprint, whether it be physically walking or whether it be in a boat wanting to go a bit faster. You know, sort of boat walking speed is faster than bobbing along in the water, and obviously, oh, you can't look at your own face. But also, my skin doesn't load in this version of the game. It's very painful. We'll try and get through here, because again, you can't pick up boats in this version of the game, and when you run into blocks, they like breaking. Ooh. From that cave, I presume. One of the good things, of course, about checking spawners in this game is you can get notch apples in this game. In this version, you can get notch apples. Let's right click to get their boots. Not E, as I kept randomly pressing there. We are a bit low on boats and crafting tables, apparently. Leave it till we need one. Kind of glad we're loading areas like this. It's a interesting place, but the thing is, with areas like this, obviously, is again, we're not going to get any more of this type of terrain once we get to Beta 1.8, because the terrain changes. That's why the farlands go away in Beta 1.8. But something that we, it's something that we can't get more of. So if we build in this area, it really needs to be sort of small and fit in the landscape. There's no point in me saving all this land and then going, right, I'm going to flat it to build a farm on it. That's not really the eye of the game. And it's not like whenever we get to Beta 1.8, I'm immediately going to leave this area and leave it just sort of like untouched. That's not the intention. We can continue building little bits, but again, I'm never going to do anything massive. I'm not going to build like a big warehouse or a big farm, as I say. It'll always be for this kind of terrain. I'm glad we are getting some of this in the square. This is what sort of old Minecraft means to me. The sun should be setting fairly soon. In fact, I think it's beginning. So let's proper old school Minecraft again, just sort of digging little hidey holes for the night. No hunger bar, of course, again. Beta 1.7.3 things. Right. Sleep. We'll take the crafting bench with us. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And I think it was this way, yes. Oh, lava on the surface burning trees. That's something that I don't think we see as much in the current version of the game. I remember that being a thing a lot more in Pocket Edition, but I used to play that, all the way on the bus back from school or whatever. So yeah, we're going to run the X all the way down to 0, and then we're going sort of 800 blocks in the other direction, and then we're heading back to 0 on the Z, and we'll have done the outer loop, and we'll sort of assess what we're doing from there. But yeah, if you've not seen Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 terrain, this is it. There isn't sort of set of biomes. There is obviously like a big area of sand, a big area of sort of sand transition. I don't even know what it's called. Does it even say in this version of the game? On F3? No. Eat the bread now, which I've realised is like an inside joke and not actually like a real life internet meme. And because it involves a child, I'm not sure if I'm exactly allowed to, under someone's professional care, and it was that professional individual that we got the sort of meme from as part of their family. Oh yes, just in case, I will not delve into details, but basically it involved someone trying to make a pizza, and while trying to assemble the pizza, the individual just wanted to eat the base, because it was like a proper pizza, because of, they're like 5, were they? Maybe 5, 6. So basically putting toppings onto like a naan bread or something, I think was the idea. And this kid was just so obsessed with eating the naan bread, wasn't bothered about the pizza at all. Didn't get the point of it. So yeah, there's a little inside joke of memery. Trying to stick to the land a bit more. It's funny when you're walking around, you know, when you're stuck in a hole, it's like over 500 FPS. I don't think there's any structures in this version of the game, so that's why we're not seeing villages or anything. I think, when did villagers come in? Because for a while they just existed. You couldn't trade with them or anything. Maybe it was in 1.8 that they came in their sort of just existing state, which is quite a common thing for Minecraft, just create something and not doing anything with it. I mean, look at Copper, you know, in the latest versions of the game. Only now I've just started being able to do things, and I think some other problem with Copper in the modern version of the game is obviously the redstone exists, so clearly Copper would have been great to add electronics to the game. And not only do you have redstone, but then you have quartz as well. So the sort of, you know, even like, oh, well, advanced redstone, you need copper. No, that's covered by quartz. Whoop. We came an inconvenient path. Oh, shut up. Okay. Oh. Do we need any more wool? No, but I might grab some while. All present and ready for murdering. Can't believe we haven't seen any wolves while wandering, so we can get our very own Wolfie. But never mind. Approaching 800. Back when I started playing this game, that's like perfect house building territory. Whoop. Something that probably won't be included in this series, but was obviously very interesting to think about, is the old mod packs that came with different versions of the game. You know, the original Tekken in 1.2, and then FTB and stuff in 1.4, which we're not really going to experience, I don't think. It really was part of the game, because obviously don't want to do a load of modern stuff in this when, you know, trying to get the mods to then work for an old but more modern version of the game is just asking for disaster. And like 1.3 really wasn't used for mod packs again. You went from 1.2 to 1.4. You know, added enough new stuff in that you didn't need to be on the latest version. I've gone past 800. So now we need to start reducing our Z. Should we check on mine? No, let's be brave. Let's be brave. And just walk back to a Z of 0. And then essentially start walking back towards 0, 0 and hold death. But there's iron. But death. But there's iron. And coal. Which I know I wasn't getting for the last few things, but we'll grab a few. Hello, cave. Slightly strange cave with lava death. Okay, let's retreat slightly from that. I can slightly cheat by seeing things through the walls, but that was removed in Beta 1.8, I believe. I believe you could do like another combination to get it back, but grab that stuff. Boop. Spoopy noises. Continuing on. Whoops. He says if you can. A sort of creamy coloured sheep. Not seen the ultra rare pink sheep yet. There's lots of things we haven't seen in this version of the game. And again, maybe I could put on the list to try and get like a notch apple, but we'd spend that much exploring. And that's not necessarily what this series, should I say, is about. You know, we've done, you know, the amount of exploring we're going to do is based off of when new versions of the game come out. And Skillybop, how do I get to you, little skeleton? Sorry. Right, boat. I wonder. I grossly overdid that, but I'm mad. We'll leave that there. It could be a fun thing for us to find at a later date. Right, let's go. I'm also trying to get ahead in our F1. My team, which isn't going particularly well, neither in terms of getting ahead and also in how well that series is going, both in views and just how the team in my team are going, because I'm recording this on January the 14th. It's a Wednesday. It's currently 22:22, so 20 past 10, 10:20-ish. Just decided to do this to relax before bed. And yeah, we are right to New York. Going on Saturday the 14th, so I'd say a month. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's getting dark. We'll do a Farlands or Bust style. Howdy ho. Oops. He says as soon as he falls off. Nope. I'm trying to get ahead of that series. Because we go on a Saturday, we start, come back on a Saturday, land on a Sunday. So it's 2. Have I turned fog on by accident? I don't know if I've done that. So I lose 2 weeks. So I'm trying to film in the evenings. Try to get up to there. And all of this stuff, to be brutally honest, is just bonus. And at this point, just kind of wasting wood at this point on purpose. That's not... Was that always there, or did I place that instead of a crafting table? Like that, for example. Come on. Need to learn to place it further away. I think I turned fog on or something. Set that back to normal. I think, otherwise I might break things. Or break the system that we've got of going to 800 and knowing that roughly fills up the thing. But I kind of wish I knew that. I thought render distance was fixed, apparently it isn't. It is when it's like awkward silent like that that makes me think, yeah, a lot of the extra sounds they added into this game lately are quite good. Some of them I don't like, some of them are over the top, but otherwise, no. It's quite a nice improvement. I'm going to head... No, I need to head actually more this way to fill in that corner. We may have balls that up slightly by being not looking at the X, they're looking at the Z. But never mind. So I know our base is sort of near 0, 0, so we'll head in that direction and then we'll check on mind and realise we probably made a massive mistake, but never mind. But oh, like, it's so weird that this game is actually quite silent. You know, there's no water sounds. If you do hear the squids, they're apparently walking on the sand. Oh, there might have been a blob there, maybe. Still can't remember how to get out of the boat properly. Heading back into the snow, so I know we're sort of close. Some sort of cave? No, just some weird sort of half terrain. And you have to remember that in these versions of the games, it wasn't like the newer versions that are a bit better at handling transitions between new terrain styles and old ones, where it kind of blends and converts and stuff. There will just be a solid block where, you know, a solid line of old and new. But never mind. Lots of interesting caves near the base as well, to be fair. But we're in our snow biome, I believe. Just need to keep an eye out for our housey home. But I've definitely turned fog on by accident somehow. So until I had to turn it off, that would be great. Well, this was things that I never liked about this version of the game. The sort of random ice holes that you'd get. Because obviously the water would ordinarily be level. So why you'd have the weird ice holes, I don't know. And then of course, our next question is, Whereabouts is our housey base? Because we are at 0, which I know we're near. Sandy snow, this could be us here. But yeah, sand on snow, you don't get that in the new version of the game. Wolves! Can I get a Wolfie? I will install the flop texture pack if I can get a Wolfie. Hey! Hey, hi! Oh. Yo! I took you the extra one. Good, right, okay, we have a friend. Good, we wander, wander, wander. Okay, so our house was where the snow... Whoops. Join the land. I feel like it's... Both of them are positive, though. So I kind of wandering this way. If nothing else, we're going to be filling in an extra terrain that we probably need to fill in anyway. Come on, Wolfie. Ah! Our housey base. Hello, cows. Hello, Wolfie. Mr. 145-795. That's your phone number. Come on, Wolfie. In you come. Thank you, little dog. Might as well do that. Clay. Yeah, can we break this apart again? Nope. Those cows and pigs and things. Okay. Okay, so let's save and quit. Let's have a look in Unmind. If we reload the world. Okay, so when I was panicking about this bit, we more than made up for it. Half tempted to go back there. Like if we sort of redid the loop, but carried on to sort of square that up. It's also amazing how one square that is. Like we did quite well. And I was worried that but then this was straighten that, try and straighten that off as a line. Apologies for the water tank behind me. And of course I don't know why these chunks are generated. Slightly bizarre. But yeah, we could do that. And to be honest with you, I think this is nice enough. We've got bits of desert, which I'm not really interested in. We've got loads of green area. I presume there's more green area in here that goes into the snow. We've got green and snow of this old generation. I think that'll be enough. But yeah, people coming to bed. And I also need to go to bed. So I think we'll leave it here. A bit of a shorter episode than normal, but we have a Wolfie, which I was going to try and show, but the game's closed. But yes, it won't be hard just to whoop, 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 and then sort of do an S shape to fill that in a bit better. Possibly as well, knowing that we're not trying to do a fine edge, at least for this bit. I might turn the red distance up, because we could do that. But also it's funny how we've like done this, but yeah, I don't know what's happened here. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, click the like button, remember to subscribe, Any comments, questions, feedback, anything useful, feel free to leave in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.